Story Shifters is a storytelling card drawing game for 1 to 6 players. Takes about a half hour to play. The goal of the game is to improv your way through various forms of your Aesop fable, based on the cards that you draw. Strap yourselves in for some fun, as you'll be telling your story 6 different times. But they will slowly change over time, leading to a very interesting experience. The game comes with 6 decks of cards. Shuffle each deck and deal each player a story card. Randomly choose a player to go first, and now we begin. Round 1. Tell a story about the tortoise and the hare. Well, there once was a fast rabbit and a slow turtle. The rabbit spent too much time drinking hot coffee and watching TV, so the tortoise ultimately won the race. Round 2. Tell it as an elderly person. Well, back in my day, there was once this fast rabbit and a slow turtle. Hold up now, whippersnapper, I've got to sit on my Davenport before I can tell it to you. Anyway, the rabbit lost. Something about something, it wasn't important anyway. Eh? Who are you again? Round 3, this time include a mountain. Well, young whippersnapper, back in my day, when a person told you something, you'd listen. So here goes. There was once a mountain. His name was Steve, and that was this rabbit who liked to race. Yeah, well, he was stupid like most rabbits, the end. Round 4. Really identify with one of the characters. The rabbit was stupid. I just can't identify with kids these days. Too much of the internets. Back in my day, Dewey Decimal was a king. Nowadays, they have those IP addresses. And don't even get me started on that newfangled AOL. Round 5. A knock at the door. Huh? There's a knock at the door. What? There is a knock at the door. I don't want any. Round 6. Do a spin-off. Create a new story using the third sentence. The third sentence is, the race was held the next day. Huh? No, it's not. Today's yesterday. And that is Story Shifters. Ba-ba! Da-da-da-da. So my overall opinion about Story Shifters is there seems to be a sudden influx of games where you need to tell a story, right? And the game designers have tried to craft mechanics around this storytelling ability within the game. The only downside is it seems to be that there's a lot of room for gamers to game the system, right? So, at least in my mind, what I see is we have 2 dichotomies, right? We have the Euro game, where the game is playing you, or even some of the Ameritrash games seem to have a hold of that, where the game is playing against you, right? And then over here, you have the players making the game purely by their thoughts and impulses based upon things they read. Role-playing games, that's where those reside as well. And then these storytelling games try and fit snugly between that world. I've yet to find a game that truly straddles that very well, because players end up going the RPG route without a DM there to knock you down and hit you on the nose with a newspaper saying, no, don't do that. You have gamers who individually say, no, I want to do that. Anyone going to disagree with me? No? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and completely power game this. So then they will end up overriding it and, just running off of it. And this game somewhat falls into that same category, unfortunately. But overall, I will say it was an enjoyable game with the individuals I was there with. But there is some room for individuals also to not enjoy storytelling. Some people aren't that creative on the spot. And so that's something to consider when you're playing this game. So overall, look and feel, out of 2 points, I gave it 0.5. The cards aren't that attractive, and there was a lot of room for adding in art styles to this. That's the whole part of RPGs that most people know and love, is the art on the individual pages. This doesn't have pages so much as cards, but there's still room for some art, It would be nice to go ahead and throw some art on the page. I think that would improve it greatly. Balance and mechanics, out of 2 points, I gave it 1. Again, there was a lot of room to power game this, and so most of the time you're going to end up winning because you want to win. who's going to tell you no, you know, your story doesn't fit or what have you. So I gave it 1 point there. Pacing, I gave it 1 out of 1. While people are telling the story, the other players are listening, it all worked very well, you know. We all enjoy hearing a story, and we all enjoy telling a story. Well, some of us enjoy telling a story more than others. Pacing, I gave it 1 point there. Out of theme, I gave it 1.5 out of 2. That's where the game truly hits its own, is by creating its own theme from these Aesop fables, in this edition anyway, where, you know, you're pretty much regaling us with a story of Aesop fables and then slightly changing the story over time. And was it easy to learn? Yeah, I'd say pretty much. There was some nuances here and there where I wondered if we could do what we were doing, but it ended up working fine. So I'll give it 1 point there. And then replayability, out of 2 points, I gave it 0.75. Once you get through the story, there isn't a whole lot of room for replayability. There's some stuff that allows you to change it completely or change different events in it. I guess it became a little bit redundant to me over time, and so it affected its replayability score for me. So overall, I gave it 5.75 out of 10, and that gives us a, I guess I should say, it's going for $18 currently on the game Crafter, which gives us a $1 per star value of 3.12, which is a really attractive $1 per star ratio. Again, you want the lower value for $1 per star because you want to pay less for a really good game, right? So it's priced very well. So definitely something to check out on the game Crafter. All right, thanks guys.